Hey guys, what is poppin'? So I'm currently out at the park. I'm just having some lunch. I'm having some Subway and I'm having some Pepsi. I have a Pepsi here and I'm have a little cookie in my bag after this. So one of my subscribers, she left a question on one of my video and I thought maybe someone else might want to know this as well. And because I've moved out in London for like 2 years now, so I kind of have the experience to kind of like share with you guys some tips when it comes on to like roommate and how you kind of like furnish the place, how you buy grocery, and just little stuff like that you guys might want to know. I'm just going to share my knowledge and I'm going to try and eat as well. I'm not really good when it comes on to eating and talking, so please bear with me. Let me just take a bite. So here in London, you do have like different types of homes. You can either rent somewhere by yourself. I'm pretty sure it's like that for most places as well. You can rent somewhere for yourself, or you can rent a house where it's like different rooms but different people live in there, or you can rent a whole house, you and someone else, and then you kind of like split bills, rent, and everything that comes with it, which is what I am doing now. So you guys have met my friend Derica. We do live together. If you haven't met Derica, I'm ensure to leave her channel linked so you guys could go ahead and check her out. So we are living together and it's about say 6-7 months now, and there are quite a few things that we do within our household which I want to share with you guys when it comes on to like furnishing, because we did get an apartment, a beautiful apartment which I am absolutely loving. It's so gorgeous. You guys see me vlog. I'll ensure to link my vlog. You can check those out and see how beautiful the apartment is. Like, absolutely love it. So we got the apartment unfurnished, so that means that both of us will need to furnish the whole apartment by ourselves. And you have some apartment in London that comes furnished, which you do pay a little bit extra each month, but we think it was a good idea to get something unfurnished. That way, if we're paying anything extra each month, we're paying for our own stuff pretty much than paying to use someone else's things and not have anything at the end of the day. So back to giving you a little bit more about the house. So it's a 2-bedroom house with 2 bathroom and kitchen plus living space. So we have like everything to furnish, which we're not finished yet at all because sis, yeah. So when it comes on to furnishing, of course, because we both have our own rooms and our own bathrooms, we are responsible to furnish those main areas by ourselves. And I'm gonna give you a tip based off what's been happening to me and furnishing my space by itself on a whole. So when it comes on to me, I'm quite indecisive when it comes on to like decor and furnishing and everything like that. I'm a bit indecisive. First, when I move in, I have a vibe that I wanted to furnish my bedroom, right? So I wanted to be dark, cozy, moody, and I liked that at the beginning, but I realized that it wasn't too much for me. It made the space look too small, and also it just wasn't my vibe. So I wasn't happy with that, so I went again and I changed everything else, including all my furnitures, my bed. I changed out my dresser. I will ensure to link that vlog so you guys could see. I pretty much changed everything to something a bit more airy. Now the room is a little bit bigger and I'm much happier in the space. So I try one thing. If you're someone like that, I'll definitely recommend you buy pieces of furniture that you know you're going to use. For example, try to stick to the neutral colors like white, maybe if you want to do black, gray, try to stick to those color, and then you add little pieces of pop of color as you go. So when it comes on to like communal area, for example, the hallway, the living room, the kitchen, this you guys will need to furnish together. If you're living with 2 people, in the kind of setting that I currently live in, you guys will have to share the decor and like the price with everything, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit more as to how my friend and I do that. So when it comes down to the communal space, for me, because I lived somewhere else before, I had furnitures where I could add or already add to like the space. So kind of like think about that as well. And once everything is like added, then you guys could probably come together and see what else needs to be added to the space. For example, if you need to buy like any bigger item, is the other person going to buy it, or are you going to be purchasing it? Another thing as well, ensure that you check your budget first before you go ahead and buy anything, because now that you're in this new place, you have to think about bills, you have to think about rent, you have to think about everything else that comes with it. So make sure that you check the budget and make sure that you're living beyond your means and you can afford everything that you're buying when it comes down to like furnishing the place. And also do it at your own pace as well. It doesn't, not because you're moving somewhere today you have to finish furnishing by tomorrow. And that's one of the things that I did in the beginning with my bedroom. That's why I did not end up liking the space and I having to like completely change everything again. So take your time and furnish it, and take your time and find really nice pieces. And one of the things that I recommend you do is find good quality pieces. That way when you move out in your next place, this is a cost that you don't have to really think about again. You can bring those furnitures there because they're actually good enough. So that's one of the things we do when it comes down to furnishing. Not one person furnish the place, we split furnishing and we also split it fairly. I'll definitely recommend just buy your own food. It works out cheaper that way, it works out better that way. If you drink milk more than the other person and the other person always a drink off the milk, and then it's your time for buy the milk and you never drink no milk, it's gonna cause confusion. So just buy your own milk. So when it comes on to food, we buy our own food. The only thing that we share are like flour, rice and seasonings. When it comes on to buying like cleaning products and so forth for cleaning, we buy that for the house as well. Of course you can have your bathroom stuff different for your bathroom, but when it comes on to like cleaning stuff for the house, we'll buy that and we'll also leave the receipt or leave the receipt on the counter or send the other person what the cost is, and then we'll split that cost. But we haven't been doing that lately because if my friend buys something, then the next month I will buy. You can do it that way as well. The other thing that you have to also think about is the cleaning, the place that we maintain, the place that we clean. We have a cleaning schedule where we clean every single week. So if I clean this week, then Derica will clean next week, and that is how we do it, and it's been working so far, and that way the place has been maintained, and I just think that way is really good. Just come up with a schedule with the person, because sometimes you can be the one just cleaning, and that I think personally that is not fair. I think this is all the cost and like splittings that you need to do. Of course, before that you have like the bills where you need to split your bills, and you've already like decided on that and the whole splitting of bills, and make sure that everything is clear. The other person know exactly what they need to pay, and you know exactly what's coming out of your account for what, and everyone is just doing their part. That part should be done pat already before you're even moving. Exactly how much you're gonna pay, exactly how much the other person is gonna pay on rent and bills, that should be sorted already before you think of even trying to like furnish any place. The bills and everything should be done pat. Also, another thing that I want to put out to you guys is when you live with someone, it's expensive, but it's not as expensive, especially when you live in a place that's not furnished. If you don't want to think about that, I'll definitely just recommend you live in just a furnished place if you don't want to think about furnishing the place on a whole, because it does cost, but at the same time the furnitures at the end of the day is yours. That's why I mentioned that just buy good quality stuff. That way when you're moving on as well, you don't have to keep like buying and different furnitures and so that's why I mentioned that it does cost a lot of money. Make sure you have your finances done pat before you take on this journey. And honestly, when you do it, it's great. It's a great first step for someone who is moving out of their parents' house and you want to think to do home sharing. Maybe you don't want to take on you know, something by yourself, or you just want to live with someone before you go ahead and live with yourself, this is a really good step. But make sure you can afford it pretty much before you go ahead and do so. If I didn't touch on something that you guys wanted me to, I don't have any notes at all, I'm going off the top of my brain, please leave it down in the comment section below and I'll try to get to you guys. Also, if there's any other video that you wanted me to create, just leave it down in the comment section below. Any video suggestions are welcome. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please ensure to give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy, and also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye.